My parents always say, no matter how busy life gets, Hmm. Oof! Whew, that was tiring, but we're finally in Mondstadt. The quest to plumb the wondrous depths.
Paimon's not tied.
That's because you float.
Well, it doesn't look like an astrologist is all that amazing.
That's because you have too many unrealistic fantasies about astrology.
Are you also resting your feet here?
Who are you?
Oh, my brothers and I are... You look rather tired. The cart we hired will be coming in a while. What say you to coming along for the ride? Let's go then. We can make conversation along the way. The more the merrier.
There's no need. Now shoo, get out of our way.
Huh? Miss, is there something wrong?
Cease your pretend picking up people on the road who appear vulnerable, robbing them blind once they—
What are you saying? If you don't want to get on...
Well then, shall I tell you now which objects you have on you that are stolen? If you have any quibbles, we can bring people to corroborate what I've said and all will come to light. If I lose, I'll pay you 20,000 mora. But if I win, then you'll be eating prison rations in Liga Harbor tonight. How about it? If you're a real legitimate businessman, there's nothing to fear, is there?
You've pushed it too far, brat. I don't know how you found out, but as long as we get rid of you, no one will have to know.
Don't fret, it's just a few bandits. You said earlier that there was nothing amazing about astrologists? Well then, this is a good time to show you what your master can do. Yeah!
Warning! You asked for it!
What did you think? Did that satisfy your expectations? Such things are elementary for an astrologist. Lies are worthless before astrology. Destiny and truth are written in the stars. Though it may take more time to garner the specifics, I can read the gist of a situation at a glance.
But you did hit some bumps in the road.
That's because Tivat's stars can only display the fates and truths of this world. Anything related to you becomes like a fog that even I cannot penetrate. That is why I must meet that successor. With our knowledge combined, I might be able to gain new insight into your fate. Whatever the case, you've got everything to gain from this trip. All right, I'm rested. Let's get this journey to Mondstadt over with.
If I'm...
I thought...
Time to roll!
Are you ready? Don't shame your master now. We're about to... I guess... Wait, no. We have a rule that forbids us from... My astrology is based on hydromancy, and as the name... Allow me to demonstrate. From the present station and movement of the stars... I see.
Doesn't that sound like Lisa?
We will meet her here... Well, that's all the information... It seems that he... Never mind, I'll explain it...
Wow, it's you, Miss Honorary Knight. And Paimon, too, you're back.
That's her. The successor to great knowledge.
Successor?
That's right. I am the astrologist who has plumbed the depths of the ocean of stars. Surely you have long calculated my arrival.
An ocean of stars? What's that? Does it have fish in it?
Fish? No, don't play dumb. Is this...
I should be the one saying that. I didn't get what you said at all.
But my predictions can't be mistaken. Well, let's make sure. Your mother's name is Alice, isn't it?
That's right. Oh, so you're Mommy's friend. But she's gone very far away.
My readings told me as much. But before she...
Mystical arts? I don't get it. So Glee's mother is the friend and rival of Mona's teacher?
Yes. As well-versed in astrology as she was, my master knew only...
Well, Glee's so young. So even if she'd heard this deep knowledge, she might not have understood.
Yes. It seems she has inherited... yes.
Oh, I know this one. So you're here for that box. I'll look. Wait here. Not this one. Or this one. I remember now. I buried it together with my new treasure at Windrise. Wait for me. I'll be right back. Glee, don't just run off.
I'll help her pack these things back in. You go after her. Looking at how...
Hurry up, Brassa! Hup. Drop your weapons!
We're here! This is it! Let's dig it up! It can't be! I put a sign here! There's no mistake! Ah! Dendro's lines! We can talk later!
Oof! Huh. Hero incoming! Stop right there!
Go! Wipe out!
Hurry up, Brassa! Hero incoming!
Found it! It's this box! Glad it wasn't damaged in the retrieval complete! Let's bring it back!
You're back at last. I had intended to read a book to pass the time, but this one was just some ridiculous diary. It dropped from Clee's backpack, so I thought it might contain... Never mind that. So, did you...
We did! It's in...
That's wonderful! Wait a moment.
Huh? Well, it's because I borrowed this box to store my treasure.
Borrowed?
But since you're here for the box, I took all my treasures out. That's why it's empty.
You used it to store your things? Then where are the original contents of the...
Oh, you want the thing that used to be in the box? You should have said so.
You haven't broken it, have you?
No, it's not. It's the book in your hand.
What? This. So this book, the thing she wanted back after 50 years, was the dark history of... I'm finished. No No wonder that old woman said I should not look at it no matter what.
Am I in trouble? It was you who said you wanted the box. You didn't say anything about the thing inside. I don't know anything.
Well, if you don't say anything, you're
Impossible. Astrology can see
That's so sad. Maybe you could forget everything in that book and then go back.
That's... cold. Yes. How can I
Well, then you'll just have to go back and face your master.
Stop talking about it! I'll just have to stay in Mondstadt temporarily. But what will I do about my astrology research?
About that, we can go ask Catherine at the Adventurers Guild.
The Adventurers Guild? Thanks. Never mind, it's nothing.
Time to roll! Huh.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I see. There is a magic laboratory. Although we have a few specialists, I believe that if the astrologist you mentioned can... All right. Then...
The person who played... Breaking this seal by force is nigh on impossible. Interesting. Let me see. I see. So, if you... All right. It's...
Holy moly, that's... Now we just need to go back to Catherine and you'll be...
No need, no need.
You are?
Oh, I'm Goth, the owner of this house. I passed by the Adventurers Guild a while. I never thought this troublesome seal would be dispelled so...
Does that mean I can stay here?
Of course, of course. The facilities inside were just being left there anyway. I would be glad to have someone make use of them. To express my thanks, I shall rent this building to you at the lowest...
Rent? I didn't hear anything about rent, and I helped out too.
Well, yes, of course, I understand. I am most thankful to you for...
Paimon thinks Mona's misunderstood something, but...
I guess I don't have any other choice. I'll rent this.
Great! Then we are agreed. I will go prepare the document.
Thanks for your help. Also, well, without the necessary tools and without new knowledge, but I promise that I'll do a reading for you. Thank you. Our traveling together. I wish you both safe.
How is she gonna make a living if she doesn't use astrology to make money? Maybe we should come back and check on her once in a while. It would...
Cut that racket out. I'm doing experiments here. Oh, it's you. I'm currently running some tests related to your... Don't worry about me.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the... Thank you for Ad Astra...
Rebooting.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
I am sorry. With what? But and all is certain.
Lady Yai? Is that the same lady?
The head shrine maid?
Correct. Lady I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse.
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival. I must leave now.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai
Do you mean to say that...
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yai. Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet her...
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty... Who knows? Maybe...
strength is gone.
Time to roll! Headbutt! Yeah! Charge! Final warning! Go! Justice will prevail. It's justice o'clock!
Just like we rehearsed.
Water jet! Stop right there!
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Also, is it just... it was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the...
As you can see, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past.
Lady Yai, this is nothing.
Sorry. It is clear, but... yes. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into... madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this...
Stripped of...
Your school practiced stillness of mind, freedom. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady Yai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have...
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to... So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Traveler?
So, the wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady, she seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
By the protection of the Electro Archon, may the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom.
Time to roll!
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh? Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, Ayaka.
Because now that you have...
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so...
Oh, okay then.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their... Perhaps in the eye, thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault. But I believe that surely you... It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me? Of course. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional... It almost makes one wonder whether they... The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on... She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of... The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us...
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing them. To say a little more about Sangonomiya,
But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, We do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt.